One of the biggest mistakes I see luxury listing agents make is not asking this all-important question. When a buyer's agent calls a listing agent to set up a private showing in a luxury listing, that means both parties are going to be there, buyer's agent and listing agent. And the question a listing agent should always ask is this: tell me a little bit about your buyer. The reason this is important is because you can find out before the buyer gets there a little bit about their motivation, where they're coming from, where they live now, do they have a home to sell, do they have the funds available to purchase a home in the $2 to $5 to $10 million range. So asking that question opens up the conversation with the buyer's agent so that the buyer's agent can open up to you about the buyer. Then you can report back to your seller to say, hey, we have a showing this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Here's a little bit about the buyer. I can also store that information so that that buyer ends up writing a contract. I know a lot about the buyer. Maybe they're interested in private schools, it's a second home, golf, restaurants. Whatever the situation is, I can store that information and use it during the tour and also in my negotiations for the seller's benefit when we're negotiating for the best opportunity for the seller. Tell me a little bit about your buyer.